So this is continuing my video. So anytime there's somebody that's transsexual, LGBT does something wrong, I'll get targeted and attacked. So there's like a group that call themselves Me Too, like they're transphobic element. They're attacking me everywhere, picking on me as an African homeless transsexual. So there's lately, and I believe they have their members in the library. Yeah, and they always attack me working in the library. So lately there was a guy, they said he's Indian, and he killed somebody, he killed a female in a hotel in Manhattan, and he went to Arizona and attacked somebody there. And he said after I killed the female in Manhattan, he wore a legging because his clothes were soiled with blood. So I guess that shows some transsexual ideation he has or whatever. He walked out with a female clothing. So as soon as that report came out, I went to the library here on Marvin Street, and they called the police to kick me out. They said I did something to them last week. I was like, why didn't you call the police last week? I've been coming there every day, and until this guy kills a female and wore leggings, and the news report carried it out. And that's when you called the police on me to kick me out. And they were laughing, and they signed the letter from my classroom. And I've been getting targeted and profiled. My friend Eric Garner I was sexually harassed by the NYPD when they took my home in 2010. And Eric Garner was trying to help me with my court papers in 2014 for my lawsuit against the NYPD then. And the NYPD went and killed Eric Garner. So I've been experiencing hostility from the NYPD also, whereby I've been getting targeted by them, and the guy that was supposed to help me with my court papers, Eric Garner, they went and choked him dead after he told me he was going to help me. Eric Garner. They went and choked him in 2014. So I contacted Gloria Oren. She does sexual harassment case, and I told her I was sexually harassed. Eric Garner was trying to help me with my court papers. The NYPD choked him dead. I said, can you please help me? And she told me no, she can't help me. She doesn't go against the NYPD. So I wanted to sue her for unlawful collusion, because I'm like, what if the NYPD has sexually harassed her? Will she not go against the NYPD? Or to claim personal exemption and go against the NYPD for sexually harassing her. So I'm like, why is she not helping me? And in return, the NYPD helped her, a client that's accused of sexual abuse. The NYPD goes against people that carry out sexual abuse on a client, alleged sexual abuse on a client. So I'm like, still rewarding them by not going after against the NYPD for someone like me that was sexually harassed by the NYPD. So I was going to sue her for legal malpractice in 2019, and I was set up by the NYPD. They had a guy who come near me, who started rubbing his hand on my body. And I first stopped doing that, and he came and did it again in July 2019 as Trump was doing an investigation with New York. And I was telling him my displeasure about that. Then after that, the NYPD came and knocked me down and put me in the psych ward, choked me, and took all my evidence away from me, including my green card. I'm a Nigerian transit. I've been almost on the street. My mother also was killed by Doras, who was famous on Bolani and Flora. So at the NYPD, the authorities here in New York are not helping me with my cases. My friend Eric Garner dead, my mother killed, and also this Gloria Oren wouldn't help me either. So now, I'm experiencing a lot of being bumped into, and also when I try to use the bathroom at Pier 25, which is at the West Side Highway, they said that a foreigner drove his car some years back, drove his car to hit people and kill people there. So every time I try to use the bathroom there, they'll call the police on me as a foreigner and a transsexual. The last time they called the police on me, one of the last time they called the police on me was when a Spanish female beat up a black American male in a hotel. The black American male was like 12 years old. She beat him up, said he stole her cell phone, and the father of the boy had to intervene. So people were calling for her to be arrested because it turned out the boy didn't steal her cell phone. She misplaced her cell phone, and she ran away to California to hide. And they had to extradite her because people were marching. So they brought a Spanish female also around that time period. This was 2022. And the Spanish female also said, someone told her, I took her cell phone in the bathroom. I was like, is this a joke? I said, there's a news story about a Spanish female accusing a black American male of stealing her cell phone, and it's all in the news because it turned out he didn't steal her cell phone, she misplaced it. I said, and you now coming to the bathroom where I normally get harassed by 25 with a foreigner, rode his car to kill people around that area. And you stereotyping as a foreigner and a black person. You know, so I'm calling 911 on you. And she told me, she warned me not to call 911. I said, that's a crime. You can't block me calling 911. And she brought a black guy. He was a muscular guy, and they were both harassing me. And I was trying to keep away from them. I was speaking to 911, and the cars almost hit me. So I was telling 911 to these people are about to kill me. You know, a foreigner drove cars to hit people in that area, killed some people, and now these people, a Spanish female and a black American male, wants to get cars to hit me. This is terrorism. This is reverse terrorism. I'm a foreigner. And the police came and they were laughing with her. They said, we're not going to arrest them. We're going to put you in the psych ward because you're homeless. And Eric Adams said, you know, we should put people in the psych ward. I'm like, are you serious? Even Eric Adams did say that they should put people in the psych ward. You know, so I called 911 back. I said, they're setting me up in front of cars. The police is setting me up for lawful arrest, and they're trying to get me to run so the cars can hit me. So the 911 transferred me to the IAB. IAB didn't answer the phone. I put them a voicemail, give them a voicemail. They didn't call me back. So, you know, and I've also tried to speak with Otto Adala, Eric Adams' lawyer, to see if he can help me, because, you know, and he wouldn't help me either. As a matter of fact, you know, he lured me to come and meet him. He said listeners to the show should come and meet him on Grand Central Station. So I went to Grand Central Station to meet him, you know, and the next day on the show he said he met a homeless person that looked crazy. You know, and I was trying to get him to speak to Eric Adams to see if they can help me with a hotel room, because the NYPD took my home on Staten Island unlawfully. A basement apartment under the law. Whenever the city takes your home, a basement apartment, the city is supposed to give you a hotel room for life. So and Otto Adala, so you know, said I look crazy on his radio show. And this is the number one way they're killing blacks in this country now. There was a black American killed in Colorado. So somebody called 911, said he looked crazy, Elijah McClain, and the police choked him dead. And then another person was killed. You know, so I said, why is this putting this Mark Cormie, this Eric Adams lawyer, Otto Adala? Turns out he has a client, Weinstein, and he was accused of sexual crimes, you know, and I believe Gloria Allred led the case against him. So I believe I'm being set up to be killed or something as a human rights activist, and they could possibly argue for Weinstein to be released from prison and claim, you know, this Gloria Allred is so compromised, and she's claiming, you know, she didn't help an African, and the African got killed or something. And she was only because the African was accusing NYPD of sexual abuse, and she was favoring NYPD, wouldn't sue them for sexual abuse, and the NYPD was in turn arresting people like Weinstein. So I believe they want to use my blood to free Weinstein or something. My life is in danger, and they've been threatening me. They've been having all these meeting people, you know, just insult me. You know, and I believe that, you know, they'll be willing to sacrifice me to free a white life. And this Otto Adala, you can listen to his radio show. He has an archive when he called me crazy last year. It was close to August, July. You know, he lured me to come to his radio show. He was saying he was in Grand Central State. You know, I used to go to Grand Central to use the bathroom. So I believe, you know, there may be a white conspiracy to harm me as an African to get Weinstein free, because I have evidence this Gloria Allred may have done something wrong. She may be colluded with the NYPD, helping them cover up their crime so that the NYPD can be arresting people like Weinstein. And the only way, you know, they can make a big deal out of it is to get me harmed and then use that as an excuse to free Weinstein. So it's like they want to use me as a black slave to free Weinstein. So please, Black Lives Matter, meet trans groups. This is crazy. They're about to harm me at the Pier 25. I have evidence. This NYPD killed my friend Eric Garner. Nobody would help me. My mother also was killed by daughters in America who from Bologna and Flora. The Nigerian embassy wouldn't help me. And lately now I have something against Gloria Allred. And I've also been under FBI surveillance because when my mother brought me to America in 2000, I was arrested by U.S. immigration. And they sent my picture to FBI. And Snowden said once the FBI has your picture and investigating you, especially if you're a foreigner, they will keep surveilling you for life. So I believe the FBI, you know, when I called Gloria Allred, they have my phone record speaking with Gloria Allred. So the FBI has to release my surveillance evidence, and I believe I'm scapegoated, because I have information that could get me too in trouble. Because Gloria already wouldn't help me. I suffered sexual harassment, and Regana was trying to help me, and the police went and killed Regana. And Gloria already said she wouldn't help me. She can't go against the NYPD, and the NYPD is helping her arrest people like Weinstein. So I believe, and I spoke to Otto Adala, Weinstein's lawyer, and he said it's not going to help me and described me as crazy. So I believe they want to kill, and even Ricardo said it's expecting the NYPD to mistakenly kill a black person soon. And historically there's problem between black Americans and Africans. Some black Americans believe Africans sold their systems to slavery, so they don't give a care about Africans. So so I'm just it's like I'm having bad luck, being an African and a transsexual, and I'm in a quagmire, for lack of a better English. It's like I'm about to be sacrificed. The Nigerian government is also corrupt. They wouldn't help me either. So please, trans groups, Black Lives Matter, please get on this job. And they're attacking me Pet 25. They always call the police on me there. Sometimes, they'll bring kids into the bathroom and they start smoking drugs. Man, I'm like, kids, don't do that near me. I'm a foreigner. You can jeopardize my stay in America. And the kids will be laughing. And I'll call the security and especially wouldn't do that. The next thing, they'll call the cops anytime I try to use the bathroom there. So people are setting me up. They may be endangering kids' lives, and they believe that they can harm me. This Otto Adala not wanting to help me. He's a civil rights lawyer, and I contacted him and described me as crazy. So I believe they're laying down the groundwork for me being killed and if possible to get Weinstein free. Because if they're so corrupt and they kill somebody, they could not say, this maybe the police was compromised in arresting Weinstein, and now somebody has gotten killed and everything's just bloody. Let's just free Weinstein. He's an old man. He has diseases he's dealing with. So I believe I may be used as an African sacrifice. My mother was killed by daughters who famous in his honor. My mother was saying her daughters were into insurance fraud, and they were talking to people in Nigeria that was connected with Nigerian government thugs. So the Nigerian government wouldn't help me either, and I've been put in psychotrope. So please, world, my life is in danger. I'm an African, and I think I'm caught up in a legal quagmire, for lack of a better term, in a legal setup. Where this police and the Me Too, and this Otto Adala, Eric Adams' lawyer, something is going on. This needs an investigation. And I've been threatened. And they have people that bump into me on the street, especially white females. I won't say sorry, and they just harass him and try to fight me in the bathroom. And so to get the police, to try to harm me.